Blog Talk Radio.
Beautiful souls, and welcome to Spiritual Guidance Radio. I'm your host, Catharine, and I hope everyone had a wonderful week this week as we are getting ready to get into August. I don't know about you, but I can't. I know I say this often, but I can't believe that we're already almost in August. So summer is almost over. And, children are getting ready to go back to school and all of that good stuff. And so how are you doing with this year? This year is already past the halfway point. We're almost towards the end of this year. The holidays will be here before we know it. And so what is it that you have been learning throughout this year? And so this week is going to be a little bit of a reflection back to how much you have grown this year, as well as what it is that is coming up for August. So we'll be talking about that soon. But before we do, let's go ahead and do our meditation that we do each week when I am on here. And this is going to help us to really just unload from this week and just release the stresses and release all the tension from this week. So if you had a rough week, this is going to be a great meditation for you to do. So if you are able to, and you're listening, I want to encourage you to sit comfortably somewhere where you feel, where you can feel at peace, where it feels good to you. So to sit comfortably wherever that is, and then we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to place our hands on our heart to really put ourselves in that space, in our heart space. And once we're there, closing our eyes, sitting comfortably, we're going to take a few deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And just feel your heart rate slowing down. Feel yourself just feeling more at peace as you keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And in our heart space, we're going to create that atmosphere that is calming for you, elements in nature that comes to mind. So whether it be certain animals, certain plants, whether it is a sunset, the mountain, a body of water. What is it that when you look at it, it helps you to feel calm, helps you to feel at peace? And we're going to keep breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. And then what we're also going to do is create or place that door in our heart space, an open door. And this is where we're going to invite the angels, our guides, our spirit guides, as well as the archangels to join us in our heart space. And we have Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Raziel, and Archangel Jophiel, as well as Archangel Ariel. And they are stepping forward for us as we just sit in this space. We are going to really be filled with the energy that they bring, as well as the energy that our angels and guides bring as well. I want you to pay attention to what it is that's coming in for you, whether it be certain colors that you may see, the feelings that you feel from their energy, and with their energy, they help us to release all of the old energy, all of the tension, all of the stress, all of those things that no longer serve us. And they're drawing out this old energy from us, and it's going to be lifted into this cloud of energy that is above us. And this old energy is then transformed into, it looks like droplets of rain that just comes down and fills the spaces where the old energy was, to help us to feel renewed, to help us to feel recharged. And this energy that comes in is going to help us to really feel refilled, help us to really be able to hear the messages that are meant for us. And really be able to help us to cleanse from all that no longer serves us. Now the archangels are then going to help us to ground our energy. So from our root chakra all the way down to the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright white light of energy, as well as source energy that comes in through our crown chakra all the way down our bodies, filling our bodies, and then it goes through our feet, and this energy goes down all the way to the center of the earth. And then from the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright blue and white and green energy that comes back up through your feet. And it's going to fill our bodies with this light that comes all the way up to our heads, and then out through your crown chakra, and it's going to flow out like a fountain of water, and it's going to flow to the ground, where from there it spreads out to all of those people who need that energy, who needs to hear those messages that the divine brings. And when you're ready, you can bring back awareness into your body. and you can open up your eyes, and welcome back. So that meditation, you can do, as much as needed, is to help you to really release all those stressors, all of those things that we no longer need, and to also bring up to the surface into your mind those things that need to be released, need to be let go of, so that we can really be open to that energy that's coming in for us. So we are at the end of this month, and when it comes to end of the month, when it comes to full moons, it means that it's time for us to release and let go of those things that no longer serve us. So what is it that's coming in for you that have been very stressful for you, that doesn't feel aligned to you anymore, that feels as if it's not part of what it is that you're meant to do? What are those things that are coming in for you, into your mind, in your heart, that's been there, that's been kind of nagging at you, letting you know and having you feel that there needs to be a change? Or if you are feeling stuck in some way, what is it that you need to look into and to let go of and heal, so that you can really let in that new energy that's coming in for us in August? We have this beautiful energy that's coming in. And this energy, we have Archangel Zadkiel, who is that archangel when it comes to, transformation and growth and renewal. And so he's coming in, as well as Archangel Jophiel, archangel of love, but also an archangel of joy and happiness, helping us to really be able to see what it is that we're meant to do and how it is that we can really, live in that joy and happiness. We also have Archangel Raziel stepping forward for us in August to help us to really see that knowledge that's within us and those gifts and those passions that we have. So, they're coming in really strongly for us for this month. Also, we do have, as always, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel to help us, when it comes to communication as well as healing. But we also do have Archangel Uriel and Archangel Sandalphon, who are both there to help us when it comes to our solar plexus, when it comes to our identity, and helping us to get rid of the fears and doubts, so that we can really see that power that we have, that is within us. So all of these great archangels, who are really stepping forward for us, but it's also, they're reminding us that it's important for us to really release and let go of those things that no longer serves us, those things that are not aligned to us anymore. So what is that's coming into your minds right now as you're listening that that you need to really let go of? Are those fears that are coming in that you need to let go of? Is it control, wanting to have that control that you need to let go of? Or is it that need to, really be perfect at something that you need to let go of? Those things, those beliefs that are, that is not who it is that we are, that we need to let go of in order to really move forward and do those things that we're meant to do. So what is it that's coming in? What is it that you are feeling stuck in right now that that you need to release and let go of in order to bring in this new energy that's coming in for August? So first, it's about letting go of those things that no longer serve us. And a lot of times that means doing some healing work, really determining what it is that is not aligned to you. We have to remember that we are perfect souls. We are created in the image of the divine. So we can do anything. Anything is possible for us. But it is those limiting beliefs, it is those fears and doubts and worries that come in that we need to let go of in order to be able to, move forward and step into our purpose and really do those things that we are truly meant to do. And that means, understanding what our passions are, understanding what it is that we truly desire to do with our lives. And when we find those and when we are able to, step into that, that is when we live in that purpose that we are meant for. So what is that for you? So first, as we, get into August, to let go of those things that no longer serve us, those things that are not aligned to you anymore. And then, that is when divine can really show you with clarity what it is that you need to see, what it is that you need to step into, and really help you to see what that next step is for you, your next step. And we have to remember that those next steps are not going to be huge steps that they're going to present to you because, our humanness comes in and says, and those fears and worries come in. And so, divine always shows us our next steps in baby steps. So what is that next step for you that they're showing you that you need to do in order for you to achieve those goals that you set, those intentions that you set, to be able to get closer to your goals, to be able to really get into your purpose. So what are those things for you? Because we have this beautiful energy that is coming in when it comes to abundance. And I want everyone to remember that we are abundant beings. We're all meant for abundance. And so, it's not just going to be this month where this abundance comes in. It's always coming in for you, but the divine wants you to see in even bigger way with this energy that it is meant for us. What it is that we truly want, it is meant for us. But they want you to see those steps that you need to take in order to be able to achieve those goals, to be able to do those things that you truly want to do. And it's about first letting go of those things that you don't need, those things that are not aligned to you, that's not for you, so that you can make room for those things that are meant for you. And so what are those things that you need to release and let go of? So today, I'm going to take a few calls, and we're going to then be talking about our topic today. So our topic today is about how we are trendsetters. So we're leaders, we're trendsetters. So why is it that we are, following a trend when we're meant to set those trends? So we're going to be talking about those things. So if you would like some guidance, or if you would like to talk, just expand upon this topic, I would love to hear from you. So give me a call at 714-816-4628. And don't forget to press 1 on that keypad to be live on air with me. All right, so let's go ahead and take a few callers here. We have caller from area code 914. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Catherine. It's Catherine. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank God. Oh. A little in need of guidance, like your show says. And it's so great to hear your voice.
Well, thank you so much. So how has your week been?
A little bit up and down. I've been having technical issues, computer-wise. But, I'm just grateful. I'm always grateful. It's just been, a little difficult. But I'm grateful to be alive and breathing and talking to you.
Wonderful. So what was it that you wanted to ask?
I have this project that I've been doing with this gentleman called Neil. His name is Neil. And it's been really difficult. It's just there's always one step ahead, two steps back kind of energy around it. I don't know. Every time it looks like it's going to happen, then something else happens to postpone. I don't know. Is this the universe trying to tell me to walk away from this person and project, or is it? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean, or is it testing me?
I think you do know. So what is it that you're feeling into this?
Oh, really, it goes up and down. I mean, if I walk away, there's a sense of relief, but there's also a sense of regret because I have put a lot into it, and I feel the project is good. So I don't know if it's just with these times, the pandemic, if,
Okay. So I know that you've put in a lot of time and effort into this. And so, that side of you comes in that says, okay, because I put so much time into it, I don't want to necessarily let it go. But, you have to really listen to that red flag that you're really feeling. And, this week is about, letting go of those things that are not aligned to you, that doesn't feel good anymore to you. So if you are feeling that, then it is time to let it go, even though you've put so much time and effort into it. And just remember in the back of your mind that once you release those things that are no longer aligned to you, it's going to be replaced with those things are aligned to you, including with the people and the opportunities that come with it. And that will happen quickly, especially when it is meant for you to really be able to do. So if you are feeling as if it doesn't feel good to you because you have that gift of being able to feel and sense, and that your empathic nature, to really listen to that, and don't be afraid to let that go. But there is some work around it that you do need to do. So even though that this person may be it may seem great in one aspect or another, you have to see what it is that is meant for you when it comes to that alignment. Is it something that feels good for you? Does that make sense?
Yeah. So like you're saying, basically, watch when I walk away from it, something else will show up better in its place, but still try to examine what the lesson was for me, basically, in meeting this person.
Exactly. And, that lessons will come, not, it doesn't always come right away, but as the new stuff comes in, you're going to start seeing why this other person came in, why this other project, why you had to put so much, work into this other project when necessarily didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. So what are those lessons? There are those lessons you need to pick up when it comes to these new things that will be coming in. So they all are meant to be there for a reason. So, don't be afraid to let that go if it's not aligned to you, because there are going to be more amazing things that do come, your way. I believe 2 weeks ago, I had mentioned that there were going to be situations and opportunities that come and go last week that is going to be there to really be those lessons for you. So, don't be afraid to let those go if it doesn't feel right. There are going to be some aspects of that project you're going to use for what's coming in for you, okay? So just keep that in mind, and keep in mind that there are going to be great things coming in when you do release those things that are not aligned to you. We have August next week. We're already in August next week. So, be sure to, just, keep doing that work, and, keep, raising that vibration of yours, because, you do have this great energy about you. So, keep listening, and, keep listening to yourself, to, trusting in your own intuition, trusting in yourself, because you have that great gift. Okay?
Thank you. Yes, thank you. I did get somebody is giving me an opportunity over, so maybe that's one of the things that's coming to fruition, and he does feel better.
Wonderful. So keep listening to yourself, that intuition of yours, because it is powerful, so, keep listening. Also, what I'm hearing from Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel is get some rest, okay? You need to take time for yourself. I believe you told me that you had some things come up with your mom and your family, right? Recently?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you've been so, you've been helping, so many people, and you've been doing your work as well, but it's really time for you to get some of that rest too. And when you do rest, you're also going to get those aha moments and those ideas that are meant for you while you're resting. Okay, so take that time to rest. Let go of those things that you don't need, that don't feel good to you, and see what happens. There's going to be amazing things happening for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. You're such a blessing. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
You are very welcome. I hope you have a great weekend and get that rest.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, a great weekend and much love to you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Let's go to our next caller. We have area code 727. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Catherine. We're on a Catherine Kate roll here. This is Kate calling from Florida.
Hi, Kate. How are you?
I am terrific. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So how can I help you today?
Any messages that you're receiving from the archangels around August and September, Catherine?
Yes. So I have Archangel Raphael as well as Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Shamiel stepping forward for you. And so Archangel Shamiel is that archangel of unconditional love and self-love. So what they're showing me is that it's so important for you to love yourself completely for who it is that you truly are. So your authentic self. So that's what's coming in, because you've been through a lot. I can feel it. And so they want you to see that all of those things that you've gone through, all of those things that you've experienced in your life, to know, they want you to know that you are always supported, even through everything that you've been through. And so what's coming in is they want you to they want you to reflect upon what's happened the last few months, and that's going to be a litmus test for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, Catherine, I missed. They want you to know that you are always, and that word cut out.
Oh, that you are always supported.
Supported.
You are always
Thank
supported.
You. Yes.
Yes.
Understand.
Always
yes.
Supported, always guided. And so all of those things that you've been through in the past, they were all there for a reason, and they were all lessons for you. So taking those experiences from your past and then taking those things that you've been learning the last few months, they want you to put those together and see how it is that you're meant to move forward in August and September and October and for the rest of this year. So what is it that comes to your intentions? What is it that you want? Because it's time for you. Does that make sense?
Totally. Anything that you're receiving specific from Gabriel?
So Archangel Gabriel really wants you to start communicating, to really communicate those things that you've been through, because those are going to be something that you help not only yourself to heal, but help others to heal as well. So when you share those experiences, share what it is that you've been through, you help yourself to find that tribe that you're looking for. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So it's really important for you to really share that, whether it is through social media, whether it's through people that you meet every day, whether it's through work, to really be able to be open and share those things that you've been through and be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. And that's really going to help you to be able to find those people that you're meant to work with, that you're meant to meet. And it does have to do with love as well, your love relationships too. So when you will start sharing those things, you're going to start shifting the energy around you, and your mindset's going to start shifting. You're also going to be able to shift just a lot of different experiences around you. You're going to see experiences in a new way. Does that make sense?
It sure does.
Wonderful. So I'm so excited for you because there's a lot of great things, coming for you. So I don't know if you feel that energy right now. It feels like whether it be like a fuzzy feeling that you get. If you're feeling that right now, you have Archangel Shamiel right there with you. And so, don't be afraid to do those things that you truly love to do. Don't be afraid to focus on you, because you have helped so many different people. You're always there for others, but it's important for you to fill your energetic cup, because if you don't, that's what causes burnout. That's what causes us to not be clear on what it is that we're really meant to do and our next steps. And so it's really important for you to do those things that you love to do, raise your vibration, and that's what helps raise your vibration. And that feeling of happiness and joy, that's where that comes from when you do those things that you love to do. So focus on you this week, and what it is that you want to do, wherever you want to go, whether and anything else that comes to mind that you really feel that you need to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Wonderful. So I'm so excited for you because there's so many great things that are going to be happening really quickly for you as you do that work on yourself, just focusing on you for now. And it's important for you to set boundaries. So it's okay to say no to certain things. I don't know if that pertains to you right now.
I'm laughing because I overextended myself to a family member in May, and it was a true lesson in humility and boundaries. Instead of focusing on all that was done for her, in her particular place of hurt and pain right now, it resulted in a great deal of jealousy and second guessing my motives. And so, collectively, my daughter and my closest friend said, next time you feel the need to go and clean up someone else's mess, book a spa treatment for a week.
That's a great idea.
I laughed too, Catherine. They said, that's what you get. Let people clean up their own messes.
Yes, and that is so true. Your friend, that other person, they do have a lot of things that, they had to do when it comes to their own healing. And so that's where that jealousy comes from and other triggers that come in. But we have to remember that it's their work that they need to do. So it's not for you to take personally. So
thank you.
So it's important for you to set those boundaries, and it's great that you had family members be able to show you that as well, because when it comes to our own selves, it's hard to see sometimes. And to really listen to that, because that is what the divine is also sharing to you as well, that it's important for you to set those boundaries and focus on you, especially as we enter August this week, and really continue to work on yourself, because I do see that you have been through a lot of growth this year. Continue that work, and it's not easy. I'm going to tell you that.
Thank you for that.
You're very welcome. And so, just keep digging in deeper. And the faster you dig deeper out of and do that healing work, is how fast everything will start to shift and change for you. Okay?
Oh, thank you so much for that. And one of my life lessons, and this may be helpful to others listening, is often, kindness is mistaken or confused with weakness.
Yes. And do you want to expand on that?
I think it's important in setting boundaries, very often when we have overextended ourselves and been exceedingly kind, there are folks who will keep pushing the boundary to see how far they can take it. And when we assert ourselves in what is for most folk a accepted normality, and that word is often a trigger, and what is accepted in terms of this realm and healthy boundaries, and make a point that we are taking care of ourselves, then often the response is, what is wrong with her? she's never been like that. Do you know, and one of the words that was attached to my placing boundaries around that sort of slap back, if you will, for extending myself and then placing boundaries was the word, and it's very often associated with women and assertion, was I had suddenly become bossy.
Yes, you're so right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's that labeling that we have to really release too, because some of this labeling, it can be taken in different ways, and a lot of times, depending on our own healing work that we need to do, we take them in those different ways. So, yeah, you are definitely right when it comes to.
Oh my gosh, Catherine, you just really, that was like the ceiling opened up and the light came in. There is a method that I have not used in years and years, and I just got a hit to revisit that method. And it's a variation of the old Sedona method. And it is such that when someone gives you a compliment or when someone gives you what may be interpreted as a criticism, that both the compliment and the criticism, that you let it pass through you so that energy doesn't get stuck. And in the compliment, it can become inflated and we can get stuck in that. And in the criticism, it can become a boulder or a crater that we're having difficulty overcoming. So just like I'm saying that very often people will compliment me in being kind, it's important not to get stuck in the compliment. And vis-a-vis, when someone interprets a boundary as being bossy or another B word, it's important to let that pass through too.
Yes, exactly. And if we accept it or we see it as a criticism and we get triggered by it, that's when we know that we need to heal from it, that we have to really look into it and see, why is it triggering you? Why is it triggering us or myself?
Yeah.
That's a great, I love that you had that aha moment. And that is what we want to see, when it comes to, and that's what I like to see when it comes to our growth. And when we release those things that, no longer serve us, that are not aligned to us, that's when we get that clarity. And so I'm glad to, hear and see that from you, and I'm glad that you called in today to be able to share that with us, because there are people who are listening, who will be listening, that needs to hear that.
And additionally, Catherine, thank you so much for this, sharing this space and energy with us. When Catherine was describing 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 2 steps back, 1 step forward, and that things are not working in a straight line, that is exactly what is taking place globally right now, and what was addressed yesterday in terms of information about how things have and haven't progressed, and how things have and haven't changed, and that a destination almost never follows a straight line. And there will be frustrations.
Yes, and actually I'm going to be talking a little bit more about it when it comes to being that trendsetter and that leader that we're all meant to be, and that's part of that that you are explaining. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much. I will keep listening.
You are very welcome.
And this
Wonderful.
has been wonderfully clarifying. Thank you.
You are very welcome. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, stay tuned to listen to the rest of the show, and let us know how you're doing too. Keep calling in the following weeks and let us keep us informed. And I would also, if you have anything else that you'd like to share, and I'd love to hear that. Okay.
Oh, thank you for that. Thank you so much. I am, at this moment, my cup is full. And again, I will keep listening. And I so appreciate what you're doing with your time and energy, Catharine.
Oh, thank you so much for that. And yeah, I will talk to you again soon. Okay?
Right. Be well.
Bye-bye. All right, so let's go to our next caller. We have area code 256. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Look, that's kind of my swag. He did a little something, but he wasn't doing too much. I don't know what the hell going on. He's ready for the Halloween party. And listen.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to that caller. But let's see here. We have our next caller. We have area code 631. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Suzanne, Long Island.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I just want to see if you see anything in the future with moving, career, love life, anything.
Okay. So I have Archangel Samuel step forward first, and then we have Archangel Raphael stepping forward for you as well. So what they're showing me is you, and I'm feeling it in my back. I don't know if you've been feeling that too, and that has to the back of your heart. Usually is your back. You're going to feel it in your back. It has to do with self-love. And so it seems as you've been through a lot in the past when it comes to love. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm trying to be optimistic,
Mhm. Okay. So, Archangel
I'm not trying. I am optimistic. You have to have faith and hope.
Yes, and Archangel Samuel and Archangel Raphael are stepping forward for you because they want to see you really do this healing work around it. And so do you journal right now? Do you do any meditating or journaling right now?
No.
Okay. So there's a lot that's kind of coming in that's kind of a little bit chaotic, which is showing me that there's a lot that you have on your mind, a lot that's on your heart. So what's going to help is to be able to write all of that down. So anything that really comes
I don't really want to write it all down. I'm just tired from working. I'd rather go for a walk. I got enough to do. That's you know what I'm saying. I'd rather just walk, meditate, pray.
Okay. I understand that. So, if that's the case for you, walking does definitely help, just walking around. And
I don't want to rehash, what I feel bad about or good about and stuff. You know what I mean? That's like, I just want to move ahead in life.
But when we don't rehash that, when we don't bring that out, that's when it gets...
Oh, I have already. I complain. I talk to people. I complain. I talk to people. I rehash it over and over.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what they're showing me, and this is what they're, telling me, that it's going to be important for you to really be able to bring this out. And you don't have to talk to anyone about this, but writing it, but expressing it in some way when it comes to really being able to review it and looking at it. So you will have to do this rehashing, even though because I can really feel that, like within your heart, and it's all there, but it needs
it's
to
really
be
not that. It's I want to meet somebody and I want God to put somebody in my life. Plain story. I'm not rehashing divorces. It's been a long time. I like myself. You know, it's not that. Just I want somebody in my life to share it, and I can be on my own. I have been, but two is better than one.
Okay, I understand. I am sharing what it is that the archangels are showing me. And so in order for you to do this healing work, in order to really be able to move forward, you do have to do this healing work. It will take your part in order to be able to move forward. Does that make sense? All right. So, now let's go ahead and, just kind of talk about this topic on being that trendsetter, that leader that we're meant to be. We hear so much these days about, trends that are around. So, whether it be trends when it comes to fashion, when it comes to diets, when it comes to even businesses and what they're doing. So, for instance, the whole chicken sandwich craze. I don't know if, you have heard about that, but I've been reading the news and, all of these different businesses are into this whole chicken sandwich craze. So, it is just, we have all of these trends that are around us, but so we follow those trends and do what it is that other people are doing. But why is it that we are following these trends or following others when we are meant to be those trendsetters? And we are meant to be those leaders. Every one of us is unique. Every one of us are different. So how is it that you can really set yourself apart and do those things that you are meant to do? It's great that we have these trends, and they're guides for us. They're always meant for us to see, okay, that's great that, this is happening in society. And a lot of us, we follow the trend, but it doesn't quite resonate with us because it's not completely meant for us. So how is it that you can make it your own? So, and this is not just about to diet or fashion or those business trends that we see, but even when it comes to the way that we heal, the way heal others, the way that we teach others, the way that we speak, for instance, even. It's meant for us to take those different ideas, they're guides for us, and then it's important for us to really be able to put them together in a way that makes sense for us, okay? And, for instance, for years in the past, I've been into different diets, and I've been into different fashion trends. I've seen them come and go, and, some of them I have taken a part of and, been a part of, and they never, for instance, for the diets, they never worked. They never lasted for me because it wasn't meant for me to follow as they told me or how it is meant to be. But what I have learned throughout my years, which has finally worked for me, is to combine some of those different trends that are out there, get my own, so it works for me. So for myself, and then what I found out, so for myself, I have done keto. I have done intermittent fasting, and and a couple of other things. And what I saw happening while I was doing these diets and mixing and matching is that when I was younger, that is how I was. That is how my body just, I was just already doing it when I was younger. For instance, currently I do a mix of intermittent fasting, low carb, low cal, as well as some keto. And so all of those mixed together has helped me, and I've recently lost 20-some pounds. And so the mixture of all of that has helped me to be able to achieve those goals that I want to achieve. Also, while I was doing this, I have learned that I did this when I was younger because that was just how I was. And so, when it comes to the fasting part, the intermittent fasting, I was not a breakfast eater. And so when I went back to that, it helped me to be able to focus. It helped me to lose that weight. But it also helped me to also wake up in the morning more refreshed. So all of those things together, all of the different ideas out there together, which made sense for me, was what helped me to achieve those goals. So, in that sense as well, when it comes to fashion for myself, when I was younger, I was never really into what was in trend at the moment. But I wore what I wanted to wear. I wore what felt good to me, what fit me. But I was told growing up to wear this and that. You should be wearing this, you should be wearing that. But it just didn't feel right to me. So recently, that is what I went back to, finding what it is that felt good to me wearing, what looked good to me wearing. And so how is it in that sense for you? How are you meant to be that trendsetter? How are you meant to be that leader that each of us are meant to be, just like we are unique? Everyone is unique. Everyone is different. So why are we following these trends like to the letter, when we're meant to create our own trends, be that trendsetter ourselves? How is it that you are meant to do that? So when it comes to business, how is it that you're meant to, be in business? It doesn't have to be like other people, but how is it that you're meant to use your gifts as well as your passions? And it could be more than one passion. It doesn't have to be one specific one. It could be several different passions that you have that you put together and make it your own. Same with, being a coach, being a healer, being a teacher. How are you meant to make it your own so that it works for you and you're motivated to do it and to help others in your own way? So we are meant to be these leaders. We are meant to be trendsetters. But, so many times we see these trends and we think that we need to follow each one to the letter, but they're there for us as guides to be able to pick and choose the different things out of each thing and put it together. And for some of us, we already know what it is that we need to do. We don't even have to look at the different trends. We just do what it is that feels right. There's nothing wrong with that. What is it that you know that you need to do, but because of society, bombarding us with all these things, all these trends, all these fashions, all these things that, tell us we need to do this or we need to be like that, that we forget that we are unique people, that we are meant to do things our own way. So how is it that you're meant to do that? And next week we're going to be talking more about this in more of the business sense. So next week we're going to be talking about being a healer in our corporate world. And I'm going to be talking about that because just like the whole trends and who it is that we are, when it comes to being a healer, being a spiritual person, that doesn't mean that we have to create a business. That doesn't mean that we have to do our own thing and be separate from the corporate world. But we can combine the corporate world and being a healer and being a spiritual person all together. So how is it that you're meant to do that? And some of us are meant to create a business as well as working in the corporate world too. So how is it that you can make it your own so that you can live that life that you are meant to live? And so, there's so much out there right now. There's so many things that people are doing, and there's so much changing right now, especially after this pandemic. And, people are talking about how we're going to go back into this pandemic and things like that. But it's important for us to really block some of that out, block some of what it is that society is telling us out, and really focus on what it is that you are meant to do. How can you rebrand yourself? How can you reinvent yourself this year, no matter what happens out there in society, what happens in the world when it comes to this pandemic and all the other issues that are going on in this world, without having to really think about those things. What is it that you are meant to do, and how is it meant for you to do it? So we have so much. We have so many different resources out there. We have so much that we can use in order for us to be able to reach those people that we are meant to reach. So whether it is through social media, we have computers that we can use to communicate with others and all across the globe, so we don't have to necessarily meet people face to face. We have our workplaces where we can reach those people that we're meant to reach. So how is it that you are meant to do what it is that you're meant to do and be able to reach those people, sharing your stories, sharing those things that you've been through, and to really, truly do those things that you are meant to do. So, this coming month, August, we have a lot of energy that's coming in, a lot of things coming in for us. But it's important for us to do that releasing first. Let go of those things that no longer serve us, those things that are not aligned to us anymore, and to really be able to put together what it is that we are passionate about, that we are meant to do, so that we can continue to be that divine being, that love and light being that we are all meant to be. So what does that look like for you? The rest of this year is going to go by even faster when it comes to energy. So if you've been doing the healing work, if you have been shifting and changing when it comes to energy and your mindset, things are going to move very quickly for the rest of this year. So are you ready? Are you ready to really step into what it is that you're meant for in these coming months? And so if you're not, if you're feeling a little bit stuck still, if you are feeling as if you still need to do some work on you so that you can see the shift and to continue to grow and change, What is it that you need to let go of? What is it that you need to really be able to release so that you can have the divine work within you, so that you can see those next steps that come in, that you can hear from Spirit, to be able to hear those next steps and those aha moments, and get that clarity that you're meant for. What is it that you really need to release and let go of? Also, for those who have been doing all this healing work, all the things that to be able, in order for you to change and grow and transform, if you've been doing this work, that's wonderful. But it's also important for you to take some rest. It's important for you to take that time, do those things that you love to do, raise your vibration, because healing work, it takes a lot of work sometimes. And so it's important for us to take a break. It's important for us to not do anything sometimes after that, so that we can let the divine work. They're always working for us. They're always doing those things behind those scenes that are meant for us, for our own good. And so, sometimes it's important for us to take that step back and let them work, so that we can continue to do those things that we're meant to do. So, we are already at the top of the hour. It goes by so fast. But I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I want to thank everyone who listened in, who called in. I want to remind everyone that this is a platform for you. So, if you are needing some guidance, please feel free to call. If you are needing to share something, when it comes to our topic, when it comes to any of those aha moments that you get, this is a platform for you as well. So I'm sending you all lots of love and light. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I keep forgetting that I'm on Friday now. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. August is just around the corner, so be sure to do that releasing. Also, to set those intentions. What is it that you want to see happen in August? So set those intentions. Archangel Ariel is a great archangel to call on to help you with setting those intentions, being specific and really putting down on paper what it is that you truly want without limitations. So, setting those intentions. And to remember that those archangels are all coming in for you. So, pay attention to any signs that you might see, anything that comes in when it comes to experiences or, where you go, things like that. All of those things that come in. So what is it that's coming in for you? Really pay attention to those. And to know that you are always guided, you are always supported. So I'm going to take this one last. Oh no. So sending you all lots of love and light. As always, you can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/spiritual guidance radio. And if you go there, you can message me if you are needing some guidance, some help, some prompts on what it is that you need to do in order to help you to heal and release. You can go there. You can also go to, and if you'd like to do an in-depth one-on-one either coaching or healing and guidance session, you can go to CompassionateLightHealing.com, and there you can book sessions with me if you'd like, and we go into in-depth on what it is that the archangels are showing you, showing us. We can do journeys together, and anything that the archangels really show me for us to do, as well as just receiving some guidance and, just talking. If you are needing to vent, if you're needing to really just talk to someone, that's what I'm here for as well. So there's different platforms you can reach me at. Also, if you are listening and you're a healer, you're a teacher, I do have my nonprofit information up on my website, CompassionateLightHealing.com. And if you're interested in, being one of those teachers, healers, coaches, expert in your field, we're looking for you. And if you are looking for a platform where you can teach, where you can help heal, please feel free to reach out to me. And the information's on there on how it is that you can email me if you are interested in that as well. So sending you lots of love and light. And next week, we are going to be talking about how you being a healer can be part of that corporate world and still be that healer. So I will talk to you all very, very soon. And until then, I hope you have a great one. So bye-bye for now.